Alright, it's been a minute. Just got hitched. Life is great. So, this is the Poles versus the Way. I've been to Krakow, Poland. According to various colleagues, it's the only place worthwhile in Poland. But I bet like anything in the world, you can find the best of whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. So all peachiness aside, that's the Foxes. Yeah, I guess you kill them with villagers and they give you money. I've tried to kill them with military units and it did not generate money. So anyways, we're on the fast train to get to the sweet good part of Carnage. So, yep, trapped his light cap. So let's get into Zosiv's overview. Okay, so yeah, killed the scout, great. Alright, the Poles are a cavalry civ. I consider them the long-term Frank. Yes, different ethnic groups, different options, different possibilities. All that to say, I find that the Franks, the Poles, hold on, hold your horses.
Jakieś rozkazania?
Wow, sounded pretty cool. Okay, I find that the Franks, geez whiz, okay, the Poles. The Poles are great at spamming. Their light cap are arguably the best in the game. They're missing the last armor upgrade, but they hit like a truck, and they can also have trample damage. Their stone generates gold, so I don't know if he did or didn't during the blur of super fast. Unfortunate. Good for him, not for me. That to say, okay, anyways, my apologies. Yeah, their stone generates gold, so I've tried to be the Poles before, not so hot, but you can bypass gold mining to click up the castle. So, all that to say, that's a perk that they got. So, anyways, they get heavy cavalry archers, which is really epic, in my opinion. But all that to say, yes, you can have 30 gold knights, which is really epic, and very cost efficient. So, again, missing the last armor upgrade, it's tit for tat in terms of value played. But their full work, generally, you avoid farming around your town center because you generate faster farms by doing life like that to keep it somewhat kosher. Their unique unit, the Obuch, is contrary to the Frank comparison. It degrades armor. So each swipe of the Nadjak, which is its giant warhammer, hopefully we'll get to see them this game, hint, you will, is basically a pikeman plus. Why? Because or halberdier plus. They don't get halberdier. It's their only trash unit that isn't top tier. That to say, because their skirms are basic, but that's worthy, and there he is right there. So let's see if we end up having some contact and seeing how that goes from there. So anyways, their full works are arguably the best farms in the game, but that's kind of that. So now we'll go back to Dr. Leving. Oh, I'm playing Cinco, by the way. That's 5 in Espanol, because languages. So I'm doing the standard play with the Way, yes, rhymes, peachy, where each upgrade, each eco upgrade, because finally the new patch came in, generates, okay, so see how it had -2? Yeah, cool stuff. Classic cavalry archer trope. Classic infantry befuddlement. So anyways, yeah, every single eco upgrade gives you a free villager. So I will always generally be slower on the castle draw, but I will generally have more villagers. To the point in which we're tied right now, amazingly, I suppose, given how I padded my stats on what I believed was guaranteed to have a higher vill count. So we're going to be getting the relics, doing the stuff, generating military, and starting to boom. So I'm wanting to go over here, get the relics right. Holy overkill. Yes, these have charge attacks. So there you go. Horrible micro. My gosh, I could have saved all of them. But anyways, it's all good. The benefit and the strat that I wanted to utilize with this civ, there's the charge attack on display, is I want to mass my Zhanbei Raider. Because it's Chinese, X's are pronunciated as Z's. So, yes. The benefit of the Wei is similar to the Huns, similar to the Cumans. You have to kind of specialize in certain things, of which is the classic cav archer component alongside melee cavalry and using speed, mobility, and aggression and tempo to destroy slower civs. Now, cavalry v cavalry, I don't know who could best the Wei with the ideal composition of Zhanbei, Cao Cao, even though it's spelled cow cow, which elevates attack speed by 10%, and English, apologies. And then the Tiger Cavalry, which get a +6 bonus against archers of any sort, with any archer armor, that's what it classifies as, on top of its normal attack, and +7 when elite. They have amazing tiger pelts, it's great, it's good. So he's over there, and I'd say life's going pretty good on my end. And I'd say life's interesting on his end. So, anyways, pretty good game, just chilling, right? My new favorite unit in the game used to be the Coustilier. Apologies, Burgundians, but we've had a fallout. But this is my new favorite unit in the game. Okay, so we're in. I don't see what he's planning. But like two passing ships in the night, things are about to get really spicy for all parties involved. So got a few villager kills. Quite a lot in general. In the meanwhile, destruction is afoot. This is titled Light 'em Up. I didn't say who all would be lit up, but I know trouble is afoot. Across the board. So every time a tiger kill gets, or a tiger cavalry gets a kill, it gets +10 attack, or sorry, +10 HP, and +1 attack. So this is absolutely chaotic. Things are going to get crazy before they get good. So yeah, -4 armor, yeah, that's what it does. It depletes the armor. So I realize, okay, I'm going to do something that isn't the most sensible, but A, delay, sure, but B, I need my army. Because whatever damage I'm doing, I have to survive. And he's idle, so that's good. But, yeah, so I kind of realize, oh, that's funny. Okay, so let's see how this goes, right? it's going to get ugly before it gets better. So I realize, you know what, I kind of need to click up. I don't have the production facilities that I need outside of archery ranges for Janbei Warriors. I'm controlling this. Yeah, there's a lot of problems that are coming my way. So it's like, don't know what to do here, so let's just try to survive, right? Goodness gracious. So yeah, there's a lot happening. I'm kind of realizing chat cooked, as the kids would say. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just click up in the town center that can't get nuked. And amidst all this, just do what's needed, right? This is going and already is extremely difficult, so that's what we gotta deal with. His micro isn't the greatest, which is nice. I say that, and I'm trying to save them. If I was smart, I would have just sacrificed a handful instead of risking it. I tried to, but I'm not the Viper. So, anyways, yeah, things are very spicy. So much idle time. I don't know where that one bill is that's getting food, but okay.
Wait?
I think I got that town center. There's way too much going on, so... Jeez. The village has taken upon itself to destroy that. So we're both going up to Imperial, right? Obviously I'm going first. I say obviously, but you know. Wow, I saved 2 villagers out of that exchange, that's awesome. But yes, they're flooding in like crazy. And at this point, it just, nothing matters at this point. Can we try and survive? Holy cow, it's not looking good. And nice. At least I can get those priorities straight. So yep, we're gonna just try and claw our way back into this. Because he got a good punch, but I will be back. I will be back. So I have no idea what he's cooking behind, but the score suggests he's just absolutely destroying me. So I'm glad he didn't micro this, because, I mean, you know, hey, anything, right? Anything to kill somebody, but he didn't micro it, so I'm okay with that. Wow. Tragic. Okay, so that was a lot of macro. Finally, reaction. Okay, so we're both in Imperial. What's the strat? Well, I lost a lot of villagers. Ironically, our KDs are similar-ish, but I tell you what's not similar. Oh, wow, never mind. Yeah, so great back and forth. Similar vill counts. He arguably did a 1 town center all-in, which is the main reason why I got back into this. So, I had a lot of wood. Again, as I've said before, in the Hun versus Aztec game a while back. Always need wood. And this is how I'm able to get back into this game. Is just infinite wood, throw as many as I can on food, and just claw my way back into this, frankly. And so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, only 4 idols, that's not bad. Yes, they're going all the way across the world because that's where I did the spawn points, but oh well, right? So at this point, I know there's only 1 unit I can generate at the moment. And that is the Janbei Raider. Now, when this unit first came out, it wasn't the greatest per se, but a couple tweaks, so on. The best thing about this unit is 3 things really. 1, 60-25 wood gold cost. It's exceptional value. The charged attack, yeah, But really, what it specializes in is you just need the basic upgrades, and then the key is getting Cao Cao to elevate the attack speed by 10%. So I don't have Capture Age to showcase every little minutia and detail of this unit, but in essence, you can nigh near get a variant of a heavy cav archer when all things are considered, without the exuberant cost, which enables the rare triple gold comp, if one desires, of the Heiguan Cavalry, which are baby boyars, and the Tiger Cavalry, and the Zhanbei Raider, because their siege is also exceptionally cheap, the Traction Trap, which is, again, a variant, I would say, of the Bombard Cannon. Easy-ish to mass, incredibly long training time, holy jeez. And I always forget, like, the Three Kingdoms civs do not get drones at all. So that's something. But anyways, things will be spicy. So we gotta survive and do our thing between now and then. I don't know if I managed to get that relic or not. Alright, we're gonna see how this goes, to put it that way. I somewhat decided to keep these villagers out just to be bait, because I know I have enough numbers to pull this. So I don't care. I say that, I do have to micro it, so I don't just give away everything. But that to say, yeah, scoreboard, this game has, I use vulgar words, but in essence, this game has a weird penchant of zero map control and whatever else it calculates as having the score lead. So, be that as it may, I've got the villager lead, I want to say I have the res lead, and yeah, he's got one extra relic. But hey, who am I to say? He's got an extra castle. Just kidding. Oh yes, he does. Okay. So anyways, all pettiness aside, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this engagement. Slash strat in general. So we're gonna want to not have him just walk into the base willy-nilly. So anyways, let's see how this goes, right? When I see infantry, and I'm a civ that's got speed, mobility, and aggression, which is 90% of my life, I think, wow, free. Thanks for the targets. I can't get too carried away with it because they could always do a distraction. So I just have to take what I can when it's free and just mass produce and do what I need to. Yeah, this game. There's been a lot of things going on. But we're starting to get upgrades, we're starting to mass produce, so life's going pretty, life's getting better in that regard. Okay, so, yep, this game is crazy. But it's the fact that I still have the villager lead because he's doing one town center for whatever reason. But like I said, he doesn't have the micro to handle what he needs to, but I think he's got good strategies in general, right? So I get my relic back. He's gonna start raiding, which is smart, but you know, I gotta deal with this because obvious reasons, right? You can't just lose units for any reason just to do it, so yeah, I wanted Tiger Cavalry, but I'm not going to get it. I see the problems that are coming my way, and yeah, this is just a lot of freaking death. So that's probably why the game just had such a desire to give him a huge score lead. I don't know if he could see that or not, I don't care to find out. But all I do know is, we're starting to get our military up. Production is satiable, but it's not perfect. So, we're going to just start this engagement as is. I also had to buy time. And I did trust in my production. More than his. Yeah. Perfect match. Oh, I managed to save one out of that entire group. Cool. So that's the plan. I see generally what he has, so that's good. But he's got a decent little army showing up. Okay, so I did plug that hole. Great. So we're just gonna keep producing, and we're gonna light it up, and that's the plan. So I need to get Cao Cao over here. Eventually, he's 500 food, 500 gold, so he is not cheap. But you know, we've got suitable numbers, and all I need at this point is more things to deal with this. Because he's the bull, again, contrary to the frame, he does not cannot withstand archery. So that's good. Yeah. I just kind of realize if I can weather the storms, I will beat this guy. I just need numbers like nobody's business. As if I should have learned to give this up already, but here we are, right? So anyways, I want to try to plug this hole and limit the side swipes so I can just keep producing like crazy. So at this point, I'm wanting to see if he can do anything about what I'm trying to do here. Jeez, he does not have ballistics. Cool. Gosh, what a waste of a charge attack. But who cares? Just destroy this guy. That's... Yep, so I kind of realized, you know what? Let's just mass the units, do what we need to, and yeah, survive. So I feel like I'm running out of gold. Obviously I'm wrong, because I have a lot, but I keep finding myself somewhat shortchanged, I guess. But I need units on the field, so I realize let's get that going. So in that case, I'm gonna start pumping out some light cav. I just think he's gonna pivot to skirms. If he does, he's gonna win the game because I've been destroyed so many times and I've lost so many bills, I don't know what to do next. What this guy has about this side of the map, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, it makes sense. But at some point, it's like, you know, you gotta bail or commit. But this whole like piddle paddle, whatever, that's even a word, just hanging out makes no sense. So anyways, I guess I abandoned villager production. So okay, so I realize it's time to just nuke this dude. So we're gonna get a lot of traction traps going. There he is. Okay, so that's the units he affects. I don't know if it affects Siege, but I'm here for it. Yeah, that's how much is under his affluence. So anyways, let's see how this goes, right? 14 range, I don't get siege engineers, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm forcing a reaction, I'm getting blast furnace, and let's see what he can do, right? I don't think he can do much. So I'm blocking him. I just have to body block, right? Again, the guy's not microing at all. He's like, oh, I took the siege. It's like, look, you're trying to get units along the way. I don't care about this guys. I do, but I don't. If I tiger cavalry, sure, but I don't this game. Which is sad, but you know, it's fine. I don't know why the delays happen, but it's okay. We're good. We're going to keep building the nuclear arsenal, infinite traction traps. he's gonna do what he's done pretty well, which is load up the boys and the Rams, and yeah, go from there, right? So this time I can't ignore it, but to that effect, I have to defend this, right? So, holy jeez, I don't know what I'm doing at this moment. So I pivot, right? He won't have an answer for this, and this hopefully will clear up my other problems. Alright, Cao Cao with some kills. Yeah, so he can't do both. I'm gonna try to. We'll see how this goes. So I have control of the set. So let's see how this goes. Number superiority, I suppose don't need to win on that. So at this point, it's just, let's nuke this dude. Sweet. Barely won that fight. Jeez, that's no joke. Alright, so yeah, clear the traps, and then, yeah, flood the field, right? Plan. Nice. But yeah, he doesn't have an answer for this, and I cleared off his side attack. Was in for free. So yeah, he's got nothing, and I'm just gonna keep nuking castles. He did not go elite, so, you know, destroying his castles aren't as flavorful for destroying them, but generally speaking, he can't do anything, he just charges to expense, and that's not my problem. But, let's see, how much does he do? 51? Never. Yeah, he's got nothing. Absolutely nothing to stop this. And I think he did a good job in a lot of ways, but if this guy would have made a fist, like, you know, like made his army into a single fist and just sallied forth, I think he should have beat me, could have beat me, and as evidence, nearly destroyed me. But this is the benefit of the cavalry archer concept, as it was the meta. Now the new meta is kind of longsword and skirm, right? Well, men at arms generally, like in feudal and skirm and open maps. But this is indicative that if you're down and the score says its thing, you can win with strat.
Jakieś rozkazania?
Nice. And the strat in this concept was Zhanbei, mass the traction trubs, and get the not chill man to show up and just go to work. I did not get the unique tech Mingguang armor, which would have given me +6 melee, but, you know, armor, but it worked out in this game. Don't recommend to go without putting the best foot forward, but I just went with firepower, and in this concept it worked. So I would say the poles are good against pure melee, and I would say they can be good against archer civs, but you have to change your comp to address ranged units, and this guy didn't do it, but he nearly won with pure power, but it wasn't enough. So Dr. Leving, I played Cinco, just going over the stats, and I was the way, he was the poles, this was arena, and until next time, peace.